subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to get the latest notification related to Salesforce. Hello friends, in this session we will be learning what is cloud computing, examples related to it, evolution of cloud computing and history related to it. Hi Cloudy, why is cloud computing such a buzzword? Can you help me understand? Sure, Simi, let's understand what is cloud computing and its evolution. Let's begin. So, story time. You go to a park and click a very nice selfie of yours. You love the picture, but you see that there is not enough space in your mobile. So you thought that let's remove it from your mobile and put it in your laptop. So you put your photo in your laptop and you are very happy that it is there. Now your friends came over and asked to show the picture. So you opened the laptop and when you started finding the picture, you saw that the system was throwing error and you were worried that why this is happening. But the problem was that because the system is throwing error, you are not able to see the picture you uploaded. The picture which you loved, now you cannot see it anymore. Now the option you have is the system should start working again. If it is not working, you cannot access it from any other place, in any other way. And it's gone forever. That's an issue which cloud computing solves. So if it was cloud, then you could have stored it on iCloud or even you could have stored in Google Drive and then you could have accessed from any place at any time. You could have accessed it from your tablet, iPhone, other laptop. You just needed the internet. And that's why cloud computing is such a buzzword. So there are multiple definitions of cloud computing, but the one which I like the most and which is the simplest, it is from the founder of CloudView, James Weeks. So let's go through it. He says that cloud are really safe place where we keep all our important information. If you notice the word safe place, this is something important to note. The reason being, just now you saw that when we are storing it in our local computer, then it is not safe. Something can happen to the computer and then you cannot access your photo anymore. But here it says that it's safe place where we keep our important information so that we can quickly and easily access it from anywhere, as in either you are in Japan or Australia, from anywhere you can access it. And then under the sun with an iPhone, iPad or computer, when we have used the information, we can store it safely back in the clouds. So this is something which is very important, which you need to realize. In simple terms, cloud is a metaphor for internet. Instead of storing files on the hardware, the cloud provides a way to save data on remote device. In simple terms, it is accessing the data and program over the internet rather than your own hardware. The purpose of cloud computing is to take the weight of processing data off the shoulder of device and onto the cluster of computers in cyberspace. So that's what makes cloud computing so special. Now let's look into the example of cloud computing. Gmail. Who has not used Gmail for sending emails? You can access a Gmail from any part of the world at any time to send and receive email. You don't need to install any kind of hardware software for it. The next example is Google Drive. Earlier, they were when the Google Drive didn't exist, you were having the Word document, for instance, and writing in the Word document, and when you were leaving the place and you are having another laptop, then you were not able to edit it because it is in another laptop. So that was the problem with Google. That was the problem with the Word document or PowerPoint or Excel sheet when they were stored in your local machine. But now, as Google Drive came in the picture, you are able to access your Word document or PPT or Excel from any part of the world. Even you can collaborate with your friends, colleagues, and work on it together from entirely different location. Another example is of Facebook. It is a social media platform which again lets you access it from any part of the world. You just need the internet and you're good to go. So when we are talking about the cloud, it is good to know that who created the cloud. It was created by Joseph Carl Robert Licklider in 1963. He created the Intergalactic Computer Network, and that is kind of cloud computing. His vision was for a world where everyone would be able to be interconnected by way of computers and able to access information from anywhere. But no one was able to imagine the situation. But this sounds familiar, right? Of course it is. That is the internet today, and we are able to access all benefits of it without realizing. In 1969, he helped develop a very primitive version of the internet known as Advanced Research Project Agency Network. So he's the man who brought cloud computing to us. Evolution of cloud computing. When we think of cloud, rarely do we take our mind back to times before the 21st century. After all, it has really just been over the past decade or so that cloud computing really started to develop into the giants and they started using it. So, how cloud computing came into the existence? So, let's go back. This is mainframe. In early days, mainframe computers were huge room-sized monsters with several refrigerator-sized machines linked together and very expensive. So expensive that it was difficult for single employee to buy. And of course, not every single employee needed also at that time. And as such, most organizations would purchase just one or two machines and employees would be using it like time sharing schedules. So that's how it was. Then came the mini computers. Continued improvement in software and availability of cheaper hardware eventually brought mainframe computers into most large businesses. It was smaller, less expensive, and less powerful than mainframe or supercomputer, but more expensive and powerful than personal computer, which later came. They were mainly used for scientific and engineering computations, business transaction processing, file handling, database management. For these things, it was used. And then came the PC era. The history of personal computer as a mass market consumer electronic device began after microcomputer revolution. The personal computer is one intended for interacting with individual users, as opposed to mainframe computers where end users' requests are filtered through operating staff. And then the networking came. It is impossible to imagine a place without network connectivity. And networking brought this. And finally, cloud computing came into existence. Cloud computing became very popular. Companies like Salesforce, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Azure all started using cloud computing. So here is the timeline. In 1963, the MIT creates a computer that can be managed by two or more persons at the same time. Then in 1989, the online internet became visible when the computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. In 1997, the computing was introduced to the cloud, bringing opportunity to save our data online. In 1999, cloud start to bring the software to users so that users can save the information online. So here you can see Google Cloud, Salesforce, Oracle, Microsoft, Azure, Alibaba, IBM, Amazon, all the giants have started using cloud computing. So let's go deeper. Amazon was created by Jeff Bezos in 2002. Amazon started to use the cloud, being the first company to use it and sell things using it. In 2002, Amazon came up with Amazon Web Services, providing services like computation, storage, and even human intelligence. Google was officially launched in 1998 by Larry Page and Sergey Brin to easily find information over the web. And who doesn't use it right now? YouTube was founded by PayPal employees, and it's very interesting to know that it began life as a video dating site dubbed TuneIn Hookup. However, the idea didn't work and they started the video streaming. Later, they sell it to Google. And here comes our Salesforce. Salesforce is a cloud based technology. It was founded in 1999 by Mark Benioff. In 1999, Salesforce became the first company to enter the cloud arena, excelling the concept of providing enterprise level applications to end user through the internet. It became the number one CRM of the world, that is customer relationship management. The takeaway for this session is get secure access from anywhere, anytime, on any device using cloud computing. If you like the video, then please don't forget to subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon to get the latest notification. Thank you.